Hello to all of our listeners, and welcome back to The Parent Solution, your one-stop shop for all things educational. I'm your host, Kimberly. Today's episode is covering some helpful tips for homeschooling. This is the one that I think is the most important of them all. Now, I know that homeschooling can be an isolating and a lonely journey if you don't have a group of people around you to support. So, this is your reminder to get out there. Connect with other homeschoolers and build a strong team of people around you who are going to encourage you and your children and keep you on the path to your educational goals. So let's talk a little bit about who you should include. This is a bit of a cliche saying, but I really do believe in finding your tribe. You do have to be smart and you do have to choose wisely. You want to bring people into your circle who are obviously like-minded. Homeschooling is no walk in the park, and so you need people who are going to cheer you on, not bring you constant news about so-and-so whose kid didn't turn out well even though they were homeschooled, or perhaps because they were homeschooled. First off, so family. If you're married, you and your spouse need to be on the same page as to the educational needs and solutions for your children. The last thing you want is a divided home, so it's important that you agree on a strategy and you stick with it. Once a decent amount of time has been spent working that strategy, you need to reflect on it and decide how and where to implement changes. Secondly, I would say friends. These are the people that you go to for encouragement on those off days or support when you're facing challenges. Friends often have little golden nuggets of advice, of course, that come in handy when you find yourself in a difficult spot. And so having friends who are in your corner rather than treating you like some crunchy, overprotective parent is really, really crucial. Because after a while, negativity, even if it's in a playful tone, will start to get to you and make you second guess your decisions. The last important group to have in your tribe is tutors, teachers, or educators. There's some subjects that you come across that are just going to be hard. Trustworthy online resources, teachers, tutors, and other educators can help you break down a certain curriculum or a certain lesson plan and blend fun into the learning process. Having that person or people in your circle with an educational background is definitely a great addition because they will have the ins and outs on insightful resources and good teaching strategies. The second thing that's important is to model teamwork. It is important that you model teamwork in how you educate your child. This applies even if your child is in the traditional school system. The child or children in your care need to see collaborative problem solving, mutual agreement, solution implementation. They need to see discussion and trial and error and support. And so by modeling teamwork for your child, you set them up to learn really fundamental communication strategies that are absolutely imperative for doing any business with anybody. Your child will learn that problems can be solved. They learn that people's opinions should be respected, even when they're not the same as their own. Teamwork also teaches your child resilience. When a group is working as a team and a problem arises, they don't just give up. They move together as a team, and that means that everyone puts in the same amount of effort or the extra effort to come up with a successful solution. For you, this means that everyone in your support team is doing their best for the educational success of your child. And the last thing I would say would be to love them hard. Be appropriate with this and be intentional. Make sure that your team feels appreciated. They're supporting you and you're supporting them. So do and say the thoughtful things that make people feel like they're valued and that their effort is noticed. Be genuine with your praise because your child is watching, and one day they will have to surround themselves with a tribe too. That's it for this week's episode of The Parent Solution. If you have any comments or questions, either about this challenge or others that I've come up with for you, you can always find me on social media. It's Star Students on Facebook and LinkedIn, or starstudents.learning on Instagram. You can also reach out through email, which is all over social media channels. Thank you, as always, so much for listening, and I'll be back next week.